Okay, good morning all. Morning Melbourne. Today's recipe is a very easy, healthy sandwich, a wrap. Wraps are very popular now. You can buy different kinds in the supermarkets. They're made with different types of flour and also different types of grain. I've seen recently a black wrap made out of black rice. Now, lots of cultures, different countries, all use a different type of wrap. But basically, it's the same recipe. It's flour, it's water, and a little bit of oil. With the Indians, you do chapati, you do parathas, you do different types of wraps, naan. So it's all the same ingredients. Some have got yeast, so it rises and becomes fluffy. Some don't. But it's a very easy thing to do, and I know it's cheap in the supermarket. But in the supermarket, the wraps come in a packet of 6 or 8 or 10 or 12. Sometimes that's too much. And also, those wraps have got chemicals and preservatives. So it's so easy to make it by yourself, and you can make how much you need for the day. So those of you who are familiar with making chapati, you know the method already. So what we're going to do, I'm using wholemeal flour. Why? Because I think the taste of wholemeal flour is better. It's not, white flour is refined, it's not as healthy. Wholemeal flour has got much more fiber. So in the small bowl, you've got the wholemeal flour. I want you to put almost all, but save 1 tablespoon for when you're rolling. So put it into the bowl, but just leave a little bit, about 1 tablespoon, which we'll need to prevent the wrap sticking. You've got a little bit of water and some oil. So what I'm going to do is add a little bit of salt first into the flour, just a sprinkle. Then add about a teaspoon or 2 teaspoons of oil. Make a little hole in the center, a little well, and add just enough oil, probably 2 little teaspoons. Yeah. And then you've got a little bit of water. Add the water very little at a time. You don't want it to be too sticky. So add 1 teaspoon and another. Just mix it up with your spoon. And now, if you've got clean hands, just mix it up with your fingers. I also want to add, to make it a bit softer, 1 teaspoon of yogurt into the mix. Now, using your fingers, just bring it together. And then keep adding a little bit of water at a time, just tiny bits, just enough to bring it together. So make it into a bowl, and you knead it in the bowl. That's really important, to knead it. If it's too dry, you can add more liquid or oil. If it's too wet, it's good. Add more flour. Okay, so it should all come together in a nice bowl. So you need to knead it for a couple of minutes, and then we break it into two. So you make two bowls. Put a little bit of oil into the bowl. Okay, so that's it. That's your basic wrap before we roll it out. Now we have the important thing is to let it rest. Okay, you can use your cloth to clean your hands. And we just cover it and let it rest. Now we'll make the filling for the wraps. We'll put the pan on first, so leave it on medium, probably about on 1600. Okay, so you've got some tinned red salmon. Now, salmon is really, really good for you. It's got good omega-3 oils, and the bones are good for calcium, so it's a really good thing, particularly for people of our age. So with your fork, just break up the salmon. Yep. Just, yeah, just break it up roughly. And then we leave that aside. And you've also got some lettuce and some tomatoes. So with your knife, just put the lettuce together in a nice little pack like that, and roll it up, and then slice it or shred it thinly. Okay, and then with the tomatoes, cut each one into half. Yep, half. All done? Great. Now, take your things, put it into the bowl with a little bit of flour. And in the bigger bowl, add all of your lettuce and tomatoes. And the salmon. Use your fork and mix it up together. And then we season it with a little bit of oil and some salt and pepper. Just a splash. Yep, that's it. Okay, so that's your filling for the wrap all done. You've got one more thing to add to it, and that's the sauce. You've all got a little dish of tomato sauce, and you add about 2 spoons of yogurt into it and mix it up. Yep. Now this is like a very healthy mayonnaise. This is plain yogurt. If you prefer it spicier, you can use chili sauce. Okay, so we leave that aside. Okay, with your cloth, cleaning cloth, wipe the cutting mat dry. And then you take, don't mix your sauce into the salmon. It's all right if you have. You did it already. It doesn't matter. I'm going to spread my sauce on the wrap first. Okay, so you take your wrap, flatten it, use a little bit of flour on the board, flatten it with your palm, and you've all got a rolling pin. Now, if you don't have a rolling pin, you can use an empty bottle. So you can use a wine bottle or a beer bottle, and preferably a bottle that has got liquid in it and it's cold water, or a bottle of cold beer. And then you just use it to roll out your wrap. At this stage, if you want to add seasoning to your wrap, you can add sliced chili, sliced onion, cumin seeds, whatever. That gives it more flavor. It should be a thin circle. We're trying to make the circle the same size as the pan.
The same size?
Almost the same size. Because we got lots of filling. And what you have to do is keep turning it. Good. You might need to put more flour to keep it from sticking. Okay, everyone's done? I'm going to do 2. So what I do is, yeah. Oops, mine's got stuck to the. Okay, I'm going to oil the pan with just, you've got a paper napkin, just put a splash of oil onto it and wipe the pan. I left some there. You could, and then drop that onto it. And while that is cooking, we get on with the next one. Into the pan. Okay, with your slice, lift it and turn it round. It's done? Good. If it's done, put it on your plate and start on the next one. You should get little brown spots on the. You'll notice the color of the wrap is changing. It's becoming lighter. How are we going? Excellent. Nice. You can put a little bit of oil if you use the oil on your paper napkin and just dab it on. Excellent, everyone's done well. It's very, very easy to do, doesn't take time, and it's also healthy. So, and you can use whatever kind of flour you like, so it's up to you. Okay, that looks done. So I'm turning it off. And this is how I like to do it. I put the sauce on there, and then I spread it round. Then top it with some of your filling. With the filling, you can use as much as you want or whatever you wish inside. So you can use a can of tuna. You can use chicken. And then I roll it up. If you want to, you can cut it in half. And I'm going to do the same with the other one. And there you have a very easy snack lunch or dinner. Right, I'll cut it into half and then you can all taste it. That was easy, wasn't it? Thank you.